So I've decided to make this video to just say out loud and record my thoughts for the women of Zimbabwe. I've been thinking about the women of Zimbabwe for the last 6 months, really. It's just a nation that is really impressed on my heart, even during my prayer time. And I haven't understood why until just recently, with all this stuff around the run-up to Mugabe resigning. And I don't really understand the politics of it all. But what I do know is that there's a new day dawning globally, but in Zimbabwe in particular, there's a new day dawning and something new wanting to come, a new order emerging. And we see it loud right now with the news of Mugabe's resignation and a new Prime Minister-elect in place. And so what happened was this morning, I saw a post quite by accident that was from a woman who was questioning the opening address by the Prime Minister, and she spoke about the language that he used to address the people. And she asked if other people were bothered by the same things that she was bothered by in his speech. And the thread on the social media, I think it was Facebook, the thread was really dynamic. There were lots of comments, and there was lots of anger, actually, and frustration, and lots of feeling, and lots of question marks about this uncertain time in Zimbabwe's political and social present and history. And my heart my heart felt so burdened to speak to the women that were on this thread, and generally speaking, the women in Zimbabwe, because here's the thing. I have a strong sense that Zimbabwe is transitioning to a whole new day. And my strongest conviction is that the women of Zimbabwe will be really instrumental in the shift that's taking place. That women will be really powerful in the transformation of the nation of Zimbabwe. And but here's the thing, that we can't do it with old methods. We can't do it with we can't do it rooted in the same tribalisms of the past. That if women are going to take our place as influencing the transformation of Zimbabwe, then we're going to have to learn and prepare for a new way of influencing. We're going to have to ascend to a whole new dimension of influence, and we're going to have to learn a new way to try to create new results and new approaches and new solutions to heal Zimbabwe and to make Zimbabwe great. I tell you, I feel this so very powerfully in my belly. That if I had a platform, I'm using this as a platform to implore the women of Zimbabwe. I want to tell you that it's your season to rise up and take your position at decision-making tables and take your position in the spheres where culture of Zimbabwe is being shaped and where policies are being set. And it's no matter which industry, whether you're in the government or education or science and technology or religion or family welfare, or the media, or the arts and leisure, or whichever industry you lead in, we are being called. Zimbabwe is crying out for women, evolving women, women who have done the inner work to reconnect with the part of us that's most powerfully influential, our feminine core, the part of us that leads with heart and connects with love in very powerful ways and brings that. We know how to bring it to the home. We know how to bring it to the classroom. We know how to bring it to our community, church, or we are our community clubs. But now what's being asked of women in Zimbabwe is to learn how to take our place alongside men in the marketplace and really influence from our feminine core, the part of us that knows how to make things better for the greater good, the part of us that knows how to ask what's right here. What's right for not just me, but what's right for us? What's right for us? I just want to encourage the women of Zimbabwe that old methods of warfare and fighting and striving for results that suit me, that's an obsolete system. And what really needs to replace it is a system whereby it's driven by love, it's driven by connection, it's driven by a desire to create a nation that works for the greater good, and a nation that works for the generation that we're going to hand over our nation to. So I'm imploring you, if you're a woman in Zimbabwe, if you are a leader, a senior leader, a woman who is called to have a voice in the shaping of your nation, I want to say it's your time, and that what got you here to this point cannot get us to the place where we are now transforming nations, transforming Zimbabwe. We need to invest and learn a new way of being, a new way of showing up, a new way of speaking up, a new way of shaking things up in our nation, so that instead of war, we produce peace. Instead of poverty and inequality, we create equity and fairness for the greater good. Women, we're uniquely wired with some of what it's going to take to change and transform Zimbabwe. And I want you to know that there's a woman here in London, the UK, praying for you and cheering you on, and I'm just believing that it's your time, just ready to support you in any way I can to take your position, as a transformer of Zimbabwe and woman of influence of your nation. See you later.